The question that people ask me more than any other question is, Margot, how do I actually let go? I understand what letting go means. I feel like I've listened to so many people talk about letting go and the benefits of letting go. But when it comes time to actually doing it, I'm not confident that I'm doing it right. So in this video, I want to talk about how to actually let go, the technique of it, so to speak. I'm going to try to convey as clearly as possible, using a really simple analogy, how to understand the process, the technique of letting go. But before I begin, if at any point you find that this information is helpful, then please like, share, subscribe, or comment so that more people have access to this video. And if what I'm saying is resonating with you and you'd like to work with me, then please feel free to reach out to me at the email provided in the description box below. One of my favorite books about letting go is by David Hawkins, and it's called Letting Go. And the chapter where he explains how to let go is probably about 3 minutes long. The rest of the book is about the benefits of letting go and all the different things that we can let go of and why we need to let go of these things and what happens as we begin to let go. But the process itself was 3 minutes. And if you listen to Michael Singer and all of these thought leaders in the realm of letting go, they never really get into the actual technique. Why? Why is this such a elusive thing? The reason is because it's so simple. And it's so simple that it's almost ridiculous. I've been thinking about ways that I can explain this to people because as we let go, yes, we can feel some obvious things like lightness and a freedom and like a weight has been lifted. But even then, people doubt that feeling because unlike going to the gym where we see definite results, we look at our muscles and we go, oh, wow, this muscle is getting bigger. I can see that. I can see that there's a change, right? But when we do something like letting go, it's less obvious. It's less tangible. So we doubt ourselves because that's what humans do. We're always doubting ourselves and our progress in particular. So I've been thinking of ways to be able to show this visually to you guys. And this is the thing that I've come up with. So hopefully it's helpful, but I'm going to use my phone for this analogy. So my phone is also my wallet. I don't know if you can see my credit cards are in there, my ID, everything is kind of contained within this phone. So you all know that these are smartphones, right? And they're called that because they're containing tons of information. They're mini computers. Now, this is the perfect thing to use to describe our mind. Our mind is a container for all of our past. It's storing all of our information up here. Now, when we're holding on to something, what we're holding on to is our mind, our thoughts. Now, our thoughts are what are creating our feelings. And then the feelings get stored in the physical body. And then they keep getting triggered by external things or internal things that we think of. So what we're really up against is letting go of our old programs, our labels, our stories. It's all mind-made stuff. And the phone is also mind-made stuff. It's containing information, which is what our mind is doing. Now, what do we do with our mind? We use this phone to talk to people, to tell people about our problems, about how things are going wrong, about what we want, what we don't want, what we want to avoid, what we want to get. On and on and on it goes. We're on the phone, we're talking about it, right? So this is our story. This is what we're holding on to. This is our mind maze. Now, if we want to let go of something, what we're letting go of is the thought, is what we're holding on to in our mind. Because without the thoughts, the feelings aren't there. If you had a full frontal lobotomy, you would not have any feelings. You would just be a vegetable. So this phone, this mental mind maze that we're holding on to is what we're letting go of. Now, let's say you have a particular problem that you're wanting to let go of. It's contained in this phone. It's contained in your mind. How do you actually let go of it? I'm going to show you. Ready? Ready? That's it. That's how you let go. I'm going to show that to you one more time. You're holding on to this thing. How do I let go? That's it. That's letting go. Drop it. Drop it. Drop the story. Let go of it. Just drop it. And again, this is the thing that you can use. This is the visual image that you can use from now on when you want to feel that you let go of something. It's as effortless as opening your hand and dropping it. That's all you have to do. This is why in David Hawkins' book, it is a 3-minute chapter. It's so short because letting go is effortless. When we have a problem, we think that solving it should be difficult. We think that it needs to be a struggle, that we need to fight against what is. But that's what's causing the problem in the first place. So in order to let go, we have to realize that it is an effortless process, that it is dropping the thing that we're identifying with. I'm going to say that again because it's so critical. What we have to do to let go is to drop the identification with the thing that's causing us the problem. So let's use an example like I'm having marital issues with my husband. This is a super common one. I get a lot of clients who come to me with marital problems. Now, the best way that you can begin to practice letting go is by sitting by yourself in meditation or whatever you want to call it. It's sitting in solitude, getting really quiet, closing your eyes and going within, realizing that there's this inner spaciousness within you, and then simply try on what it feels like to let go. What does it feel like to not feel that this thing in your life that's bothering you has a hold on you? Because anytime something has a hold on us, it's because we're holding on to it. That's why it has a hold on us, because we have a hold on it, because it's attachment. Letting go is not being attached to what is, not identifying with what's bothering you, not identifying with your feelings, and choosing differently. I love what Christ said when he said, choose again. Choose again. What does that mean? It means that you have the freedom to choose anything that you want in your life. You can literally choose any state, anything that you want to experience. If you want to experience communion with God, then you can saturate your mind with thoughts of God, or you can live in an unconscious way and allow your mind to just run amok. This is the beauty about realizing that you have a choice. You always have a choice. You're always choosing something, always. Now, when you're in an unconscious state, you might not feel like you're choosing anything because you become a slave to your mind. Now, this is the next thing that I want to talk about because I think that there's so many people, especially on YouTube, on the internet, that are talking about the law of attraction, or they're talking about attracting a more abundant life, a life full of love and joy and wonderful things. And I'm all for that. But the reason why most people fail at attracting abundance and love and happiness in their life is because they have no control over their mind. You are a slave to your mind unless you decide that you want to become the master of it. In order to become the master of your mind, you have to work at that. I don't believe that it's just a matter of, oh yeah, I'm just going to sit around and start attracting abundance into my life. Woohoo, this is going to be fun. I'm so excited. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I have so many friends and so many people that try to do that, and they're very successful for short periods of time. And then they go back into those same mental habits that have been formed in their brain. They've formed grooves in their mind because those habits are so strong. Those habits have been formed over the course of their life. You think that they're just going to be able to snap a finger and change? No, you have to work at this. You have to decide that you are going to become the master of your mind, the master of your body. That is the way that you free yourself. You don't free yourself by the snap of a finger. People are going to tell you differently that are of that camp. They're going to say things like, no, that's just another limiting belief, that it's just a matter of practicing that, practicing the new you. Yes, that's true. But how are you going to do that when you are overrun with restlessness, with thoughts that are so habitual that you can't even see that they're there? we need to have a tool in order to calm the restless mind. And I think that that tool is meditation. Now, I am in no way saying that that is the only path to calming the mind, but I am saying it's a really darn good one, a really good one. And over time, you begin to notice that you have a calm mind, that you actually can achieve a state of peace. And when you achieve a state of peace and your mind is calm, then you begin to rule the mind. Then you can decide how you want to navigate your life, how you want to steer the ship, how you want to think, how you want to act, who you want to surround yourself with, where you want to go. Then you have some real success at doing that. But until then, what you're doing is taming the beast. This is the beast, and this is what we need to tame. The reason why I think meditation is so incredibly powerful and beautiful is that when I started meditating, I realized that there's an entire inner world. There's the outer world that I've been exploring my entire life, and then there's this inner world that opened up, and it's magnificent in there. It is so fascinating. It's just as fascinating as the outside world. And there's so much for us inside, right? Christ said that. Heaven is within you. It's not out there. Everything that we're seeking is inside of us. Peace, joy, happiness, God. It's all inside. And it's not that this inner world is a physical place. What it is we're turning our awareness, our consciousness, which is what we are, we're putting it on itself. We're becoming aware of the fact that we are consciousness. That happens during meditation. That happens when your mind is quiet enough to realize that. It is impossible, at least for me, that's been my experience, to become aware of that consciousness when I'm doing things, when I'm immersed in activity and thoughts and people and things. It's very difficult to get calm enough to still my mind enough so that I can realize that I am awareness. Now, once you begin to do that, then as you're going about your day-to-day business, you do become aware of the fact that you're consciousness. You do bring so much presence into everything that you're doing that you are aware of that from a moment-to-moment basis. But there needs to be a practice that you cultivate of going within, of stilling your mind, because it is such a beast. It's a beast. That beast is what is controlling us. It is what is taking our awareness and pulling it in a million directions. It's pulling it into our thoughts, which then pull us into our feelings, which do not allow us to have the understanding that we're not our thoughts and we're not our feelings. So this is the thing that we need to tame. And I think it's important to approach this as a lifestyle change, as a way of operating in life. It's a lifelong endeavor. It's a marathon, not a sprint. If we can decide that we're going to do this for the rest of our life, that what we're going to do is become more aware of our inner domain, of the fact that we are awareness, consciousness, and commit to the practice of discovering that, of becoming realized, that is such a high, noble path to take, because all the other stuff is surface stuff. It's all life stuff. It's all stuff that we don't take with us when we die physically. And yes, our thoughts, our emotions, those are attractive things. Those attract more of that into our life. But if you don't have control over your mind, if you don't have the awareness that you're identified with your thoughts and your emotions, then good luck trying to change those habits, because they are habits of thinking. They're programs that are running you instead of you running them. So in order to win that war, this battle of our mind, which is what the Bhagavad Gita speaks about, right? It's the battle of Kurukshetra. It's the battle of the mind. We need to implement some sort of spiritual practice that involves calming the mind. And then you attract more calmness into your life, more peace into your life, more peaceful thoughts, more calm thoughts, more loving thoughts. And then that leads to more abundance and love in your life. So yes, absolutely, We need to learn how we can bring in and attract those things into our life. But it's not just going to happen by thinking that you can tame this beast without actually taking the time every single day to commit to doing that. Because it's been my experience, and I see it happening with people around me in my circle. For those of us that do not have a practice of meditation or some sort of deep inner work, it's very difficult for those new thoughts, new programs to take hold. It's very, very difficult. And because this is a lifestyle change, we can really start to think about all of the things in our life that we're inviting into us. We can think about what we're looking at. Are we watching images, TV, pictures, things that are disturbing? Are we putting that into our mind? Is that going to help tame the mind? Probably not. Can we start watching things that are more pleasant, or maybe just watching less? What are you reading? Are you reading things that inspire you? Or are you reading the news? Are you reading about things that are making you feel bad? Can you start thinking about that? Who are you associating with? Are you putting yourself around people that inspire you? People that you look up to, people that you feel good around? Or are you hanging around people who have really bad habits, who are dragging you into their way of thinking, who are negative and pulling you down? Those are people that are not going to help you move forward on your path. What are you putting into your body? Are you putting in foods and drink that make you feel good? Are you eating to live, or are you living to eat? All of these things are going to contribute to how you think, which is then going to contribute to how you feel, which is then going to dictate how you operate in the world. So it's important that we look at that stuff and we start to take action to making those changes. I find it really helpful that if I know that I need to tame my mind, if I know that that's really so much of the cause of my suffering, then that's something that I can work towards. Now, a lot of people say, stop working towards something. Just know, just embody it, just be it. And yes, that's true. But good luck trying to undo a lifetime of conditioning. I feel like it's such an American thing. It's that get rich quick scheme that is so prevalent in America. But there really is no such thing. And I hate to burst your bubble, but I really don't think that there is a get rich quick scheme. I know that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants instant this and instant that and instant intuition and instant money. That has not been my experience. Maybe it is somebody else's experience, but I really want you to walk away today with this deep understanding that what we need to tame is the beast of the mind. That's really the source of our problems, because mind is ego. Mind is what is allowing us to live a limited existence. This body consciousness, this thinking that what we are is a human, what we are is a soul, what we are is spirit, one with God. That's what we actually are. But in order to realize that, it's a process, and it takes commitment. It takes a deep, wanting, yearning desire for God, for source, whatever you want to call it. And that is the commitment. That's our deepest goal in life, is to become self-realized. That's what our soul wants. And the reason why meditation is such an incredible tool, not only is it allowing you to still the mind, but it is heightening your awareness. It allows you to regain the awareness that you are, which is what is going to help you to let go. Because living a surrendered life, continually letting go as part of your process, as part of your spiritual practice, is so fundamental to your spiritual growth. But without awareness, you don't even know what to let go of. You don't even realize that you're identifying with your emotions. You're so trapped by the emotion. You're so identified with it that you can't get into witness consciousness and observe and remember that you're not your feelings and you're not your thoughts, because you don't have enough awareness, which is why meditation is so key, which is why we need to do them in tandem. Meditation and letting go. Meditation, surrender. Getting a still, calm mind, more surrender, more surrender. Keep letting go, keep letting go. That's what we need to do, in order to free ourselves of the mind, to free ourselves of the identification with our thoughts and our feelings. I hope this was helpful. In the next video, I'm going to break down how to meditate, what you can do to find a comfortable seat, and the different seats, positions that you can get into. It'll be a very practical video, so look out for that next. I love you all so much. Until next time, remember to let go. Let go of trying to be anything other than the truth of what you are.